Hey guys, I want to give a really quick video today on Prismatic evolutions. It does seem like LGSs are getting more of this. Danny Fantep made his video today talking about pricing and stuff like that, and he's really hoping that this time around the restock LGSs will be paying closer to warehouse cost instead of super inflated prices from distribution. He talks about how it's a kind of a two-way street, and distribution needs to foster that relationship with their customers. It's yet to be seen what happens. Again, I think like a week ago I talked about GameStop getting more products, so this was kind of inevitable. This isn't super surprising. And you can see stores already like Hobbiesville. They always do this thing where they had their boxes of Prismatic listed at 199.95 Canadian. They marked it up to 230 and then they immediately throw it on sale. They do this when they're trying to get rid of products like a little bit, but it's a very good set. So they're not in a super huge rush to get rid of it. This is classic Hobbiesville. So this does signal to me that they probably are expecting a little bit more Prismatic to be coming. Outside of that, couple cards that have been announced I haven't covered on the channel. So today we got the Clam Pearl IR card from Team Rocket, Glory of Team Rocket. Outside that, we got the Zamazenta like a week ago. I'm sure most of you guys have already seen this. I didn't touch on it, but I like the card. This set is slowly coming together. We haven't seen any of the Team Rocket Pokemon yet, so hopefully that comes through eventually. Outside of all of this, some cards in Prismatic are being affected, and this is to be expected as more product hits the market, more packs are being broken. Flareon EX down to around 350. The Vaporeon's actually overtaken it up to 380 now. I'm not really a huge fan of this card. Vaporeon in general, I'm not a huge fan of. Jolteon's over $300 now. Roaring Moon's holding around 3. The Sterilage is back down to the 220, 225 range. Outside of that, again, once a lot of reprints do come, I think a lot of these cards like the Iron Crown, the Ursaluna, Goldango, Iron Valiant, Rapkos, a lot of these mid-tier SIRs in the set are going to get crushed, or at least come down a little bit. Stuff like the Palafin, the Roaring Moon, this stuff that's more unique, I think will do better long term. Outside of this, guys, one thing I wanted to touch on this video, a non-TCG put up a video today, and it's a really good video, so I encourage you guys, if you haven't already, to go watch it. It's called Pokemon Pack Destruction Tracker, brand new concept. And this is something I've thought about for a long time because, you know, we hear the billions and billions of cards that have been printed by Pokemon every single year, and everyone thinks it's this astronomically huge number. You have these really cringe like drama YouTubers in the Poke space. A lot of them really like to clown on Pokemon investors, and they all say that everyone has all the sealed product in their basements, and a lot of people are holding sealed. But when you do the math, which Anon does in this video, it gives you a lot better idea of how much there can theoretically be out there, right? For example, there are, and before I go into that, there are a couple things I don't like about this chart that won't be super relevant. For example, 10% of cards being graded. I think that might be low. Like, just from my gut feeling, I would have thought that number would be higher. In this video, he talks about that not being super relevant, though, because if he's doing this data every week, every month, as long as that percentage is stable, we're going to get a better idea of what's going on with a lot of the packs and products out there, which I think is fair enough. I thought that would be a bit higher, but either way, right, even if you take the 10%, say that's right, there's over 100 million packs of 151 and Paldean Fates that have been ripped. Based on that, taking the pull rates and then taking all of the graded cards for the top hit, if that makes sense. So over 100 million packs, you know, there's 10 cards in a pack. That's over 1 billion cards that have been, you know, theoretically ripped open just chasing these cards based on the data that we know from pull rates and everything like that. That's a lot of cards, over 1 billion cards of 151 since its inception, 2023, so a couple of years, not even. And you got to remember that 10 billion, 11 billion, whatever number it is for Pokemon cards, that includes Korean, it includes Chinese, it includes Japanese, it includes your promo cards, your energy cards, everything, right? So it's not like it's 13, 11 billion, whatever the number is, in only ETBs and booster boxes. That's spread out among different languages, different products, etc. A lot of those cards aren't worth anything. So when people say that this is hyperinflated and that it's just never going to go anywhere, and you know the market's going to crash and everything's going to burn and we're all going to be brokies, it just doesn't make sense when you do the math and break it down. I think Anon does a really good job in this video of illustrating that to a certain degree. And again, he's not saying exactly what I'm saying, but I'm saying based on this type of data, you can get a really decent idea of how many packs are out there. And I'm really looking forward actually to seeing where he goes with this month over month. He said a lot of people were going to copy him. I'm definitely not planning to do this, but I will follow along because I'm interested to see over the next few months, kind of how he develops this data. And maybe I would love to see a better estimate somehow of breakdown between booster boxes, ETBs, other products, maybe different languages as well. If there's any way that we could get data on that, I think that would be really interesting, and would just take the data a little bit further. So I'd love to see that. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Again, to sum up this video, Prismatic, it does seem like more is coming to market eventually. And hopefully we get some of these Team Rocket cards this week, because I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these. I feel like they're just edging us with these illustration rare cards that no one's super excited about. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.